and welcome to Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. I, of course, am your host, Zach, and he, of course, your other host.
I've been a bad, bad girl. I've been provided with all of my friends. I don't know how the song goes.
You've been provided with all of your friends?
Like a criminal. You won't play the Fiona Apple
and
song.
I need to watch True Lies because it's on Hulu.
Oh, provocative. I've been provocative with.
Yeah, you didn't say the word provocative.
What did I say?
Providing?
I've been providing. That's
all of my friends.
That sends a different message. I've been providing with all of my friends.
All
What are we doing? A food drive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You must have got the version of the song that they used for that like food drive commercial.
It's like the
and I'm feeling charitable.
It's like who's the singer that does the dogs, the dying
The
dogs?
singer that fucks dogs?
The one that saves
As like a Make-A-Wish?
that saves the dogs.
You said she does dogs.
Sarah McLaughlin? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I will remember you. Not about. We could use that song.
Nope.
No, we get sued.
We'll get sued by those
Man.
dogs that she fucked.
I mean, if they're starving,
The ones that are still alive.
if they're starving, feed them. Don't fuck them.
Maybe
All
they're
right.
starved for affection. You don't know.
Okay, so you're dying, all right?
Uh-huh.
So you're dying, and you know that one meal,
Sarah McLaughlin says she will either make me a bowl of
Yeah.
spaghetti or fuck me.
but you only get the one spaghetti. That's the thing. Is
Like
you're
one
gonna,
long strand?
You're gonna.
Like a Lady in the Tramp scenario?
Well, yeah, she's the tramp. Fucking a dog. She's clearly the tramp. No, I'm just saying, you get one meal and then you die because you're not going to get another one. That's it. You just get the one. That's all the money they raised. Or you get one fuck from Sarah McLaughlin. Is that how you say her name, by the way? Are we saying it weird?
I'm saying it right and you are not.
Sarah McLaughlin.
No.
How do you say it?
Not like that.
Well, how do you say it?
Correctly.
Hang on. MC.
Watching your face trying to like...
What is it? GLOUGH.
There's no cheese.
Is there not?
There's not a single cheese.
McLaughlin? How do you say her name? Wait, if there's no G's, what the hell is there?
C's.
McLaughlin? It still feels like G's are in it.
All right, let's
Maybe
let's
it's just
look
the way
this up.
Maybe it's just the way I'm saying it.
Let's look this up. Okay.
Well, anyway, my point was that if I was going to get one meal, like the bowl of spaghetti for the rest of my life, or fuck Sarah M, I'd fuck her. Because then, you could probably be like a spider, and you could probably eat her afterwards.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. Because then you wouldn't be as hungry.
Hang on, are you ready?
Yep.
This is going to make more work for me, so you better enjoy this.
Yeah.
Sarah McLaughlin.
What?
Sarah McLaughlin.
Clocklin?
Sarah McLaughlin.
Can we
McLaughlin?
do it slow?
Huh. Yeah.
Sarah McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. I heard it that time. Sarah McLaughlin.
Sarah McLaughlin.
Huh.
Heavy?
Who would have thunk it?
Me, because I said it right every single time.
I didn't hear it like that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it till the robot told me.
McLaughlin.
Hers, that sounds fancier.
Yeah?
Like she's royalty.
Better than you.
I guess I'll take the spaghetti then.
Even if she fucks a dog, she's better than you.
I don't want to defile her.
Yeah, well.
How you doing? You know what I had today?
A tummy ache.
Yeah, I had a Three Musketeer. You're right.
Ugh.
And then I got the Three Musketeer, and it was all broken up on top. Like
I've told you, the Three Musketeer ice cream bar is delightful, but the regular one is just not worth your time.
Well, I went to
Put some caramel in there.
I went to the UDF
A nut.
By your house, and I got really pissed because I was trying to find the right candy bar, and they were all king size. Like every single
Dude, everything is fucking
everything
too big.
is king size. So
Give me a regular candy
I literally
bar.
walked to the other side. I was like, "Oh, I'm on the king side aisle," which I didn't. Apparently, it doesn't. That's not real at all. So I went to the other side, and I'm like, "No, there's
just
they're
chips
all
over
king
here."
size." So I'm like, "I'm not buying." Like I literally put back what I thought was a regular, whatever the hell I was grabbing. I put it back. I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna put up with this shit." So I was looking at the bottom, and the only thing that was regular was Almond Joy Mounds, which I eat too many of those already.
Barf. One is too many.
And then a Three Musketeers, so I got that.
Okay,
And
that's fair.
And then I got us Kit Kats. So we had to take a break. Kit Kat.
That's fair.
We had to break us off a piece of that.
The Kit Kats were delightful. I love a Kit Kat.
Are you not going to sing the song? I'm lobbing them up there.
No, I don't sing.
All right, will you go?
I don't have anything.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing at all. I blew it all on the last episode.
You mean the one we recorded last week?
The one we recorded 25 minutes ago.
Oh, Jesus.
I pulled back the curtain.
Pulled back the curtain?
Yeah, to show them behind the curtain.
Speaking of curtains, so
Yeah?
I was driving by a White Castle the other day.
Okay.
I was driving by a White Castle the other day. No, there was a
A
homeless
live one or a dead one?
No, I think that was a live one. But there was this, not really homeless, the fake homeless, the one they have the sign that clearly they just don't want to work because no one wants to work.
Shut the fuck up.
But no, she had the sign, but then she had she didn't look great, but she didn't look homeless either. But she had the one stripe of green in her hair, and I was like, at what point when you're homeless are you just like, hang on though, you know what I need right now? I need a one strand on the side of my head. Because it wasn't like a ponytail where it's a racing stripe. It's just the one fucking
No,
weird.
right down the middle would be weird.
Not like the mohawk.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, at least it's symmetrical. Like, what, are you trying to look like you're from the future?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, she's a time traveler.
Yes.
She needs the money to get back in time.
Yes.
For the DeLorean.
Her time machine's fueled by money. You put money, coins, and dollars
Wow.
into it,
Wow.
and
If
it
you
travels.
If you
in
think
time.
about this.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Money buys gas, and gas saves time. Time machines. What if we were the time travelers all along? Think about it.
I don't think I'm gonna do this podcast anymore.
No,
I'm done.
You know what I mean? Like, at what point are you on meth and you're like, fuck it? Like, do you have a green marker? I've just got to put this streak in my hair right
No,
now.
I mean, like, Manic Panic's pretty cheap, you know?
What the hell's that?
The dye.
Oh. Yeah, but if you, need food, like, say you're a starving dog.
Okay.
And someone's playing
Sarah
a nice...
McLachlan offers to either fuck you or dye a strip of your hair. What do you do? Keep in mind, you'll be dead soon either
What
way.
was it, Manic Panic? Is that what you
Yeah.
said it was? And how long does it stay in?
Not that long. If you wash it,
About
though.
as long as Sarah McLachlan's going to fuck you?
No, about as long as you're going to live anyway. Because you're dying. You're a dying dog. With long hair for some reason. You ever seen a dog with a mullet?
No.
Well, brother, you ain't living.
Do you want to change the topic to something more logical?
Sure.
So let's say you got one arm.
No, fuck.
Well, now here's the problem: is I got hung up. I haven't made this comment for weeks because I couldn't get past that they don't do 10 and 2 anymore when they're doing the driving tests.
Oh, what do they do?
I don't know. Apparently, it's like underneath now. What's the opposite of 10
really?
and 2? 8 and fucking 4. I don't know.
Okay.
So whatever. So you're on 8 and 4 now. Anyway, let's say that you don't have an arm. You have the one arm, and you're taking the driving test, and they're like 10 and 2, and you're like, I can't. They're like 10 and 2, or you fail. Like what? That like what? What do you do in that scenario?
You do an elbow and a wrist.
Oh, is that
You
how
bar
do
it across the top.
Oh, you glue a glove onto your elbow, and you're like, I'm doing 10 and 2, and they're like, but it's 10, but it's 8 and 4 now, and you're like, fuck, so you gotta invert the
You
glove.
Yeah.
This is why I haven't tackled this one
I don't
specifically.
think you've thought this through.
No, I haven't, because I never got past the 10 and 2. It was fine when it was 10 and 2. Then someone said it's not 10 and 2 anymore, and I was like, well, this joke's not gonna work at all. Like, you can't figure out how you put the hand. You have the one hand. Up, down, sideways.
You know, I just think that, like, you spend far too much of your life trying to solve problems that don't exist.
First off, everything will
There
exist.
better be a second off. You better give me a second.
Second off, Littlefinger told me that if I create every single possible scenario in my head,
He told me
and then
that there's a ladder, and you climb the ladder.
first of all, that's a good speech.
I wish I knew that speech. Like, I wish I'd seen that recently enough to be able
Chaos
to.
is a ladder.
Chaos is a ladder.
And the fall breaks him or some shit. I don't know.
I'm with your Aunt Liza on the bay.
Liza! Why does his accent come and go?
Oh boy, does it.
Jesus Christ. He's such a good character.
Remember-
No one looks up to him. He's shitty, but he's a really good character. He's very well written.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah, remember when he was talking to Hodor and he said, "Would it hurt if I took off that mask?" And he said, "Very much." He said, "You're a big guy." That accent.
You're an idiot.
You're a big guy.
No, the worst part
It'd
is
be
when he's in
very
the plane and he
painful.
opens the door and
For
he goes,
you.
"But only one of you." Like he fucking says it and points his gun down like he's all flamboyant, like he's really trying to burst out.
Christopher
on
Nolan.
Broadway.
Christopher Nolan told him that he wanted that scene to feel like one of the rap battles from 8 Mile, and that's why he did that.
He had his gun pointing down, like, yeah.
He's probably wondering why you'd shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Your Bane is awful bubbly. Like he's full of champagne.
He's jolly. The League of Shadows has just had their New Year's Eve party, and I'm a little bit toasted. Mr. Wayne.
Well, fine. I'm not going to do any of my routine then. We'll just focus on yours.
Yeah.
Was that the end of it?
No, I'm sorry. I got a work email that I just noticed on my watch.
What's it about?
Work.
Oh, Jesus.
It's about shit taking longer than it needs to, and I'm unhappy about it.
Oh, well, let's work through it. How can we help you right now?
By not talking about
Can we
this.
be a helpful ear?
So how you doing?
Fine. I watched a guy get fucking put down so hard. He was wearing this Native American belt, and it was very much like, "Hey, wearing your Native American belt today." Like it was very much he's wearing khakis and boat shoes and a tucked in polo, and then just those tiny beads. You know what I'm talking about? The tiny beads.
I do.
And you're like, whoa, that was a fucking choice. So he's waiting for his Starbucks, and I'm waiting next to him. And then there's this guy who's got fake lips. And every day he comes in, he's wearing a new big outfit.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, like, big, glorious, this is a gay man.
Beautiful lips.
Fucking big fake lips. Like, holy shit, no one stopped you from getting those big,
Beautiful,
fake lips.
juicy
with
smackers.
with the mascara on or whatever. the hell you put on.
Mascara?
I don't know what you put on lips to make them glossy.
Lipstick.
No, that's not always it. Sometimes you put on lip
What do you put on
gloss.
your lips to make them glossy? I don't know.
Well, anyway,
Lip
one of
gloss, maybe.
one of the
What's wrong with you?
You put on your face. Anyway, it was really made up. But one day he just had the silk pajamas, straight silk pajamas.
Hell
like,
yeah.
holy fucking shit. I'm wearing whatever I want, and
That's a vibe.
And I'm gorgeous. So he's standing up there doing his act, and I'm just hanging out with him, just loving every minute of it. And he gets his coffee, and one of the workers, like as he walks away, one of the workers says to the other one, "Oh my God, he's just so beautiful." Like talking about the guy in the PJs, and the guy with the Native American belt takes his coffee and puts his head down and walks away. Like you could tell that
He was peacocking with his belt.
Yeah, you could tell that he thought he beat that guy in today. Like, I'm finally gonna be the fancy one.
I've got my belt.
Because every day the PJ guy comes in a new outfit, and it's
I call him
fucking
PJ.
amazing. But yeah, he thought he beat him this time, and of course he wore his silk pajamas in and fucked him up. I mean, they were like leopard print or cheetah print. It was something where you're like, holy God, fucking shit, this guy's loud.
I heard that someone said, "Man, those things are getting expensive," and the guy with the belt was like, "Yeah, but they do the beads individually, and it's it's really worth it, the craftsmanship." And then he realized that they were talking about the coffee. So.
I know what I should have done. Not turned around and said, "Oh, you meant the PVC." I should have walked out, and they would have been like, "I guess we'll never know what he
he's
meant."
an idiot.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, if you don't get
Not
the
possi-
fancy PVC, I guess it's
Not
not as
Possibly,
expensive.
this is the dumbest Chris in the hallway by far.
Yes.
I was taking a drink, sorry.
Yes.
But last on the docket,
Okay.
I need my papers in order.
Could you order your papers, please?
This is actually going to make my fiance pretty mad
Okay.
because she's taken a side on this.
Okay.
and I've brought it up many times.
No more dogs.
She keeps correcting me.
Okay.
But I won't have it. Is the song by TLC, Creep, is it about cheating or spying? So I creep, yeah, but keep it on the down low. 'Cause no one is supposed to know.
I'm going to tell you.
It's about spying on people.
No.
It's about like,
Listen.
but she doesn't know that I know. She's peeping on
I don't
her.
know the song.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
I've never heard it. Number one.
She's a creep.
No, number
spying
two.
on
Number
people.
two. You said the phrase on the down low. That means it's about cheating.
Why?
That's what that means.
On the down low?
Mm-hmm.
On the down low means just keep it a secret.
No, but in a song, that's definitely cheating.
No, it's about this woman, and she thinks her dude is cheating, so she's spying on him.
But he's really just fluffing up his duck's feathers.
Ruffling him up. Not fluffing him up, you
Same
stupid
thing.
fucking fool. No.
Fluffling him.
I love listening to that song, number one. Number two, I love thinking about spying on people listening to that song. Because every time it comes on, it's like the trumpets are like, that's a giveaway you ain't spying on shit. Because they're so loud. Like, you can't get away with spying. So I put them in my headphones, and then I'm spying. So I was like, I'm keeping it on the down low about what I'm doing. But really, I'm feeling angsty and feisty.
No, it's not about spying. You're wrong. You lose. Good day, sir.
Let's go on to my other friend. I'll keep doing this until someone goes, yeah.
Don't pretend like you have another
I'll
friend.
pay someone.
I'll hire someone to agree with me.
I'll go to that White Castle, the woman that needs money, and be like, hey, green hair. Hey, one green hair.
Why don't you go to the closed painted black White Castle and open up a shop where you get people to come in and agree with you?
Black Castle?
No.
That one?
Black Tie Castle.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I got news.
Okay.
We better start this show.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to, and you interrupted me. How dare you?
Because I got 2 pages of fucking notes this time.
So I have less than 1 page. So,
lead in.
We before our 5th season, we did a mini series where we explored actions. Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Just pretend that we're all naked and cranking off listening to you.
I'm just gonna read my toast from your wedding.
I don't remember it. Which wedding?
For those of you who don't know me, I'm the best man. I have known
insert name
for insert number of years.
I was hoping you would reverse it.
No.
Flip it and reverse it like Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Did you listen to that? When I sent you the Missy Elliott song, when her head's on the dancing body?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I sent it to you.
What?
So Missy
Elliott
Elliott made that one music video where she clearly took her head and put it on someone else's skinny dancing body and acted like we just weren't all going to notice that.
Okay.
So I sent it to you. Do you not watch it then?
I didn't get it.
Well, God.
I never got it.
Well, thanks for making me look like a fucking idiot right now.
You know, I'm just doing my job.
Okay.
So
are we gonna talk about this movie?
God. So before season 5, we did a mini series focusing on the
Creeps.
No,
Yeah.
not you.
I kept it on the down low.
We did a mini series focusing on action stars from the 90s.
No one was supposed to know.
Where we decided which of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, or Bruce Willis would get sent to an alien zoo a la
Aliens.
Slaughterhouse 5 as like the example of an action star. Now we picked 3 movies to watch, and we did so through the very scientific method of a coin flip. Now the coin flipped for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it decided that we would watch the movie True Lies.
What the fuck is going on? Why can't you just say the words? Like, cut through it. Cut through all your fucking bullshit thoughts and just go, bam, we didn't get the opportunity to do it. We're doing it now, and here he is.
I'm sorry I lent a little grandeur and pizzazz to the occasion that you were so sorely lacking.
They were fucking busy. Now they're not because they've stopped all their fucking lives to listen to this bullshit, and you won't just cut through and let them know the glorious news that we are tackling. Ba-da-bop. Oh,
so what we did is we flipped a coin. The coin
I thought you were going to say the name.
Told us that we were going to watch a movie, but then it wasn't available anywhere. Not to stream, not to rent, not even to purchase.
What?
That movie was by Mr. James Cameron, and it was called True Lies.
True fucking Lies.
From 1994, directed by James Cameron, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, Charlton Heston,
Tia Carrere,
Eliza Dushku.
Why in the fuck was it gone? Why could we not find it?
I have no idea.
But here's the thing. After watching this, I'm like, good fucking God. This would have annihilated, across the board, this would have been hands down fucking winner.
Disagree
Glorious
more
winner.
than anything I've ever disagreed with in my life.
About? Well, if we done Predator too. Like that would have been hard. Holy shit.
My headline for this movie
Are you
is,
fucking shitting me?
This movie fucking sucks.
Are you kidding me? Are you a stupid idiot face?
This movie fucking sucks.
I'm gonna say this right now.
It is quite bad.
This bonus episode can be a short one if you are going to fucking start like that. Because I won't have it.
Too late. I already started like that.
No.
Nothing you can
This
do.
will be a half episode because of your actions. This is fucking brilliant. Number one,
Tom Arnold,
yes,
a fucking nightmare.
No,
Schwarzenegger, some of the worst acting I have ever seen him do.
Are you kidding me? At the end, when he says, you're fired, and you just go, he didn't work for you. Why did you
No.
say that?
Here's the thing.
Terrorists? Good terrorists? Iraqi terrorists? Or whatever? Because sometimes it was hard to tell where they were from. Good God.
There is one saving grace.
What was it? The vicious...
There's one saving grace.
The vicious Al Qaeda. What was their name?
Oh, no. It's Crimson Jihad is what they're called, which is fucking bonkers.
Because it's blood.
Because it's pre 9/11, so you can do these awful, offensive things about
what are you
terrorists.
talking about? They were terrorists.
Okay.
We don't have to care about them if they're trying to kill us.
So,
besides, they have that great line that I know you agree with. You bomb our cities from afar and dare to call us terrorists? Like, that was right up your alley.
Only part of the movie I agreed with. That and that guy was fired.
He didn't work for him. The line didn't make any sense.
Hey, man.
And then,
nice to meet you. What do you mean?
And then
we should have done Batman and Robin.
Tia Carrere, who's just like out of nowhere, like, you think I care about any of this? I'm doing it for the money.
I don't care about his cause or yours.
Well, you're like, no one asked. No one ever thought that you were a terrorist because clearly the way you're dressed, you're not allowed to dress like that if you're a jihadist. But also, no one thought you were for his cause. No one thought you were on his side.
No.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
So here's the thing. Here's something that I discovered.
And then they had real life Iraqi Sweetums from the Muppet. like her driver, didn't he look like the Sweetie the Muppet?
Yeah, my wife commented that he looked like Hurley from Lost.
But like, but like more slim.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
He had a full hair beard. Like, it was a perfect sunshine of hair.
It was like his face was sticking out like of a mane, like a cartoon lion. So here's something that I learned about this movie, and I'm going to see if you knew this, that this movie is a remake.
No, I didn't.
Of a French film from 3 years earlier.
Wow, they gave it time to breathe.
It makes so much more sense that when you learn that this was a French comedy.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, that's
Doesn't it make so much more sense? Because there's so much of the, like, he says he's a spy, but he's not a spy, and he's a spy, but he says he isn't, and there's mistaken identities and all this, like, silly, like, it's all so French. It all makes sense when I read that.
Jamie Lee Curtis's character forgets who she is for a while. Like, she actually goes hard into the role.
Yeah.
Because she kind of forgets that she's this nerd mom for a minute.
Yeah,
when
she dives
goes
into it.
full on, I'm a spy now.
Yeah.
And then she goes back into, I'm a nerd. And then at the end she goes, wait, but was I a spy all along?
I am not, yeah. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is the best performance in this movie.
When she was dancing?
No, altogether. I think she's great. I think she's excellent. I think she understands the character that she's playing. I think Arnold he does not work in the role, you know?
I think he works beautifully.
Because, okay, number one.
He's not believable as either one.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
He's not a spy. It's
Harry,
this huge man. Like, I don't get it.
Harry is not a spy. He's also not a computer salesman.
He's also not like an everyday Joe. Like, he's not a boring husband. Like,
I love all the deliveries every delivery he has in this is fucking glorious. Like, he doesn't understand the words he's saying. However, I gotta go to one of my notes. Where he's in the terrorist house in Switzerland or whatever that was that he was infiltrating. He comes out speaking Iraqi. He says, "Where's the John?" You know what the subtitle said? Perfect Iraqi. So he says, "Where's the John?" But sometimes, when you know, spoke it perfectly. It was amazing.
Huh.
Perfect P-land. So, on paper,
you wrote the phrase "perfect P-land"?
The opening, when he's scuba diving welding, you're like, okay, here we go.
All right.
Because, of course, you have the gates on water for your boat. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want anyone getting into my water. Fuck you.
So he's scuba diving welding. He gets through the bars, and then there's the ice. So of course
he stabs it.
He has to stab it with a.
That was one of the goofiest looking things I've ever seen.
However, they didn't anticipate multiple takes because clearly the ice was already broken.
Yep.
So he just kind of knocked the ice instead of stabbing through it and cutting a hole like a cartoon or whatever they're gonna do. He stabbed it and kind of bonked it out the way with a knife. To which my son goes, "Wow, for being a spy, he's really loud. What, is everyone in this movie deaf?" Like,
yeah, basically.
But it would have been so much more quiet had he just stuck his hand up and slowly moved the ice. But no, he kind of flicked it around with the knife that he didn't stab through. He didn't need the knife at all.
Arnold works great as a soldier. Or, something like, but he's not a spy.
Well, what happens?
He's the most noticeable person.
What happens when you get too promoted in the military? You got to go spy.
Oh yeah, you got to go work for. You got to go work for.
What was it?
Omega Sector.
So another.
Yeah, that's it.
Real fast. Another thing. So we just watched Austin Powers because my son loves that movie.
You know what? I almost watched it the other day.
We just watched Austin Powers because my son loves that movie. So the moment Charlton Heston came on, he goes, "Oh, number 2." I'm like, no, it's not. It's not the same universe where Charlton Heston is playing number 2.
You know who else was in Austin Powers?
What?
Tom Arnold.
Yes.
Who does number 2 work for? That's right, buddy. Show that turd who's boss.
If you're telling me you didn't love Tom Arnold in this movie,
he is terrible.
What do you mean? When he gets punched in the head and says he's like walking off screen, the camera lingers, and he walks by on his throat. Son of a bitch.
So my very first note that I wrote down is, what made people think that Tom Arnold should be a movie star?
I don't know, but
they were wrong.
But besides, because I was gonna write, I've never liked Tom Arnold except for this movie. I forgot. No, in Roseanne, he's pretty funny.
He's good. He's fine in Roseanne. Because Roseanne's a good show.
He is himself in Roseanne. He's just a goofball. But he is in this too. It's so far-fetched that he would ever have this position where he's the tech guy. Like, no, he's not.
No, but he's a spy. He's just a spy too. That's like his partner or whatever.
Yeah, it's the oddball couple.
So weird. It's like Schwarzenegger was like, "Oh, I want to do twins, but we're spies," and DeVito wasn't available.
So is this before Face Off?
Yeah, this is 1994. Face Off is 96.
Okay. My joke wasn't going to work, but I think they had the original idea for the ending of the movie at the beginning, like the big explosion thing.
Yeah,
they're like, all right, hang on. What if in the beginning we're on a budget, so we just put Arnold on a horse chasing a motorcycle?
Okay, there are 2 things in this movie that are good, and it's you're fired and shooting him on the fucking missile, and
Shooting
him
the
riding that horse into an elevator.
You mean shooting the missile
terror-
that has a terrorist
yeah.
on it into
a helicopter.
full of terrorists?
Yes, through a building and not hitting anything in the building.
So
In a Harrier jet.
well, I don't understand. At the end, the nuke is covered in concrete, which we all know is you can't do anything with it. Once it's covered by a foot of concrete, it's just
Wet concrete.
It's gone. It's gone.
Well, I think the idea was that they covered the controls so you couldn't cancel the detonation.
So it was impossible.
But it was wet.
Because
so-
they had at least an hour. They could
90
have
minutes they had.
picked it up and thrown it into the ocean or some shit. Right? They didn't need to blow up that island.
To
They
be fair, I
chose
think
to.
it is like an uninhabited island or whatever, whatever.
Well, so anyway, they go. Jamie Lee Curtis goes, "Oh my God, they're in unlabeled trucks. They could go anywhere." And then he's like, "Unless we stop them." But then they proceed to all go in the same path.
Well, that's all there is.
Okay, so this.
So they're in the Florida Keys, which are islands that are connected by a big bridge to the mainland. So they have to take that to get back into the mainland. So they're like, they could go anywhere in the country because there's no customs because they're technically in the country already. So they can just go, but they have to take those long bridges
I guess I'm still confused on how they handled the three trucks. Like the first truck, they gunned it down, and then they're like, "Oh my God, we better shoot missiles at the other ones." And then just blow out the bridge.
I like when the guy's like, "Are these missiles going to trigger the nukes?" And they're like, "No." And then Schwarzenegger's like, "I hope not." Look, I don't fucking know.
That's quite a big whoops.
Right.
If you accidentally nuked yourself and everybody.
Yep.
I don't understand what was so hard to grasp about this movie. Number one,
I grasped it and then I threw it in the garbage where it belonged because it sucked.
Okay, if you were to get hurled back by a jet,
Vomited.
let's
yes.
say a jet moves beneath your feet and you're just fucking launched forever, basically.
Okay.
That's like getting punched by the Hulk kind of thing. He lands on his tailbone on the back fin of the jet. That would have split him in two.
No, he lands on his crotch. He's like, boing! It's like
boing.
such a big reaction.
Because he clearly lands asshole first, which once again would have destroyed a lot of his body, if not split him open, but not boink on the penis.
Not like someone kicked him in the crotch in a cartoon.
Grab the front of your crotch. But then luckily he found his gun, which was his strength. Got right back up.
I got a perfect response for you.
Hey, land the plane.
I got a perfect response for you though.
What?
It's French.
French don't know how to write.
It's French. Things are different in France. You don't get it.
Every time Arnold's, I already said this. Every time Arnold speaks, it's just fucking gold.
He's terrible.
You don't believe a word that he's
No,
saying. You don't
he's
think
terrible
You
in
don't
this
believe
movie.
that he understands the word he's saying, or the words he's saying.
Except when he's riding a horse and they have the worst mask I've ever seen on a stuntman.
So, no, was it? Well, I'm sorry.
It was like the
While you're
mask
there-
that Dylan
hang on.
McDermott was wearing
No, I
in
know.
Clovitch Killer.
I know. Hang on, while we're on this, was he fighting Iraq? He was fighting Iraqi him. Was that his stuntman? Were they just like, "Hey, you're on set, we'll have him"? Because when they're fighting, I'm like, that looks just like Arnold in a different outfit. Was that the stuntman? That they're
No,
like,
I think the
"Fuck it,
stuntman looked worse. And he wore that Clovitch
hang
Killer
on."
mask.
So,
Or it was the mask
so
from...
it was a good move. It was a good move. So the two terrorists,
or it was the mask from Sugar and Spice.
the one terrorist is watching Tom Arnold. The other two go in.
On
So,
Roseanne.
At some point, they're just like, the last one's like, "Fuck it, I better go into carrying the automatic weapon." Like we have no more time.
You talking about when he's chasing him from the car?
Yeah, I don't trust this asshole. That these assholes get it done. Arnold runs into a stall. He blows all of them away. As in, there's no fucking way anyone could have lived.
No, he doesn't get that last stall.
He's kicking. Clearly, because he's kicking all of them open to the last one, and then Arnold dives through the door.
No, there's
has bullet holes in it.
There's like 3 left, and Arnold's like, "Fuck, he's getting close to me. I gotta go."
It's the most cartoon shit. And I told
This
my
movie's
son,
a fucking cartoon.
I told my son, I go, "Didn't we already see this in Terminator 3? Isn't this the same exact scene
Same
as when
director.
as when the Terminators are bashing themselves through the bathroom?" They already did this.
All right.
I think it's like when Disney
You know,
does.
Terminator 3 came out in like 2003.
No, I know. This is the same footage. Like, if you look at it, it's just the female Terminator as the terrorist. Like, yeah.
Oh, the female Terminator.
It's like, you know when Disney
Forgot
does the
about
dance
that.
sequences where they reuse the footage of Baloo the bear dancing, as in Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then there's Robin Hood. This is the same thing. They just put a Terminator in the place and they have the same battle.
Huh.
If you look at True Lies and Terminator 3, same movie.
You know, I think we got to find a way to like get you a Pulitzer Prize for this podcast.
Why?
Because you're got some hard-hitting investigative journalism going on here where you discovered this.
You know what I don't think they do enough of anymore in movies?
Okay.
The boob business card. She busted out that business
like
card
that.
out of the boob.
Yeah.
So classy.
Whipped it out of her bra. I think it would be sticky.
What was it? They were like, who's this one? They're like, oh, she's a Persian artist. Or
No,
I'm
she's
sorry.
an antiquities dealer.
Yeah, no, but primarily in Persia. And he goes, I see this is Persian. Ooh, good eye. Like,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
impressive.
6th century, or it was like 6th century, whatever. It was like, oh.
Yeah,
She said something slightly more specific but vague, and she says, this to be exact. And you're like, well, that's not exact either. That's like 1,000 years you just mentioned.
she's talking about the priceless artifacts that the nukes were in. Then she goes, pity, and they rip them out. And the main question is, how'd you get them in there?
Right.
What the fuck?
Were they?
Why didn't you just have replicas then?
That's where they grow.
Oh, they grew them.
Yep.
Because I was gonna say, there's still the question of how did you get them?
You know what? This is just another you not understanding French. You don't get it.
They were in there.
You just don't get France.
Fresh water.
You don't understand France.
I guess I don't. I don't know where to go. I have so many notes. Like the fucking the art house security on skis. Well, they just they were ready.
I was like, damn.
They were ready for someone to attack.
They had a ski team ready to go.
Yeah.
When he was sliding on his back down the hill shooting up.
If I ever go to like a museum banquet or an art banquet and they are not just armed to the fucking teeth with security, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Well, you're not invited.
Good.
You're not going.
Good God, they had security scraping everywhere. This is way more intense than Mission Impossible.
Here's the thing. Okay. Here's what I don't understand about the technique, Arnold's technique at that party.
What?
As a spy,
I don't understand what you're saying.
his technique is,
The perfect suit out of a wetsuit?
I'm going to go in, I'm going to talk to as many people as possible so they will notice, why the fuck is that monster man with an Austrian accent? Like, everyone's going to remember him and notice him. Like, you're a spy. Be like,
No, he went out of his
Act
way
like-
to shake people's hands and say, I
Colonel?
remember you.
Colonel, nice to see you. It's been a while.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Why?
It doesn't do anything for his credibility.
Nope. Just be inconspicuous. That's all. Instead, he went the other way. He's like, I want as many. He's like, I'm going to walk in as a fucking billboard. Like, that's what I am. I obviously don't belong here. He's fucking. He's Nick Cage in the jail in Face Off yelling, I'm Castor Troy.
Woo!
And then
Doing a Ric
crying.
Flair. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't see the problem because it's so overt, it's covert. You're just not fucking getting it.
Oh man.
Those rhymed. He's
Wow,
gotta
he
he's
did
gotta
it.
be right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Was that a pack of Red Apple cigarettes that Tom Arnold put down?
No,
did it look like Red Apple?
I think they were Lucky Strikes.
Oh, sounds fun. Way to ruin it yet again.
Why is it fun that the fake cigarettes from Quentin Tarantino are in there?
Yeah,
I mean,
because that means that this is in the universe.
Pulp Fiction came out that year, so like
That means that Tom Arnold is in the Tarantino universe. Yeah,
So
I would
I-
love that crossover.
I decided.
He rushes in after Mia Wallace is resuscitated. He runs in looking for heroin afterwards. Like, whoa, man, I can see you're in quite the situation.
I decided that any movie that if I ever get to make a movie in the future, like
Yeah.
a feature, if I ever get to make a movie, when I'm doing press about it, I will just casually mention.
True Lies too.
Sure, but I will casually mention that my movie takes place in the Ghostbusters universe.
Why?
Just because. There's no reference to Ghostbusters. There's no ghosts in it. It just happens to exist in the same universe.
I don't understand this.
Everything I make takes place in the Ghostbusters universe.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I'm doing.
Stupid.
I am stupid.
It's a stupid thing.
I'm a stupid thing. Hey,
so because Jamie Lee Curtis wore that fucking dress to strip in, I don't know what that was about. Before she stripped it off, and it was perfect. Perfect.
They told her to wear a sexy dress,
Yeah.
and she was like, "This is my sexy dress."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she kind of forgot who the fuck she was for a little while. Like, she had a head injury.
No, I think she realized. She was like, "This isn't fucking sexy. I have these weird
idiot.
taffeta sleeves. Like, what am I doing?"
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, she rips them off, and there's no like strands. It's like
Well, there's
just
some on the
fucking
bottom when
great.
she rips the thing off. There's like strings because she
No.
like pulls them.
So what I'm gonna ask you, like, what do you think she's like in bed? Like this character, since she's so confused on what she is.
We saw her in bed. She was wearing like an old granny nightgown.
She asked how his flight was.
She has that old granny nightgown with the puffy
Why
sleeves.
did he sneak into bed? It wasn't like he's not allowed
And
to
he's
come
trying
in.
to yank the blanket away from her and not wake her up at the same time.
It would have been so much better if he snuck into bed, but then just did his normal strength pulling the blanket, which is clearly throws her out the window.
She just rolls off the other side of the bed,
Would-
hits her head on the dresser. It's a different movie.
This is the original spy spoof. I was thinking like Liam Neeson shit. Like, this is the movie. Like, had he just done that, where she flew out the window and he grabbed the blanket, I would have been like, yeah, of course. Yeah, True Lies is a good movie.
This movie sucks.
Talking
It's so
about-
bad.
It's so fucking
I hate it.
brilliant. It's disguised as a comedy, but really, it's all action. I will say, you already said it. Pre 9/11, you could have a good
Do whatever the fuck
you could
you
have a
wanted.
good mall shootout for a while before anyone
Yeah, ride a
cares.
horse and a motorcycle. Here's the thing that I don't get.
No one.
Why did
they
that
were
guy
shooting,
stay on his motorcycle the whole
No, I
time?
don't-
Why didn't
No.
he ditch the motorcycle and blend into a crowd?
They were shooting for so long in the bathroom. There was a good 6 minutes they were in that bathroom fighting them. The Terminators were at it for a minute, and then just nothing. Literally, he punches a cop and takes his horse, and he goes, "I'm also an agent."
He
and
says
nothing.
federal agent in pursuit of a suspect. All right. He's a federal agent working at Omega Sector.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't hear about it. It's a secret.
French. You don't understand
This is-
French.
No. If it shares a universe with anything, it is Face Off. Because
Ghostbusters.
it's another underground national security agency that no one's ever heard of.
I think it shares a universe with Iron Man because of the 10 rings.
Oh, is that who Charlton Heston was?
Yeah.
He was Nick Fury.
He's Nick Fury. So I'm gonna give you some time here to make your case for why Arnold from this movie should go to the alien zoo on Earth, Mars. Mars, Canada.
Did you see him? First off, he can speak apparently whatever language he just conveniently
Can he
needs
speak
to.
alien?
Also, yeah, he's an alien. He can just they casually throw in stuff when it doesn't make sense anymore. They're like, "Oh, you can't fly this jet because you've never been trained." He goes, "Oh, it's been 10 years since you've flown this jet." Like they really would just kind of toss him out there in case anyone wanted to give criticisms. They were just sprinkling the fucking movie magic all over this thing.
So I'm gonna.
What was his strategy for when like Jamie Lee Curtis opened her eyes?
I don't know. I think
What
he was
was
just gonna be like, "Haha, it's me."
Because at bare minimum, she's going to be furious at one of the things that he did.
So yeah.
Abducting her or lying for 15 years.
She's not just gonna be like, "Ooh,
Or
spiced
making
up our love
or,
life."
or
Let's fuck.
making her do this erotic dance to a
Yeah.
stranger, like punishing her,
Yeah.
or humiliating her, like all of these things.
It's almost like you didn't think it out. Yeah, I don't know.
But then, this is great. storytelling, because when they broke in, I went, wait a second, how did the terrorists find him? And I was like, oh, that's right, because he was taking company time and resources that he should have been using to catch the 10 rings, and he's fucking trying to play with his wife. You know why Arnold goes into the fucking alien zoo? Bill Paxton. Because he knows
Simon?
He
pissed his pants twice.
The best Bill Paxton ever. The vet gets him wet. He is the epitome of a scummy fucking Scarson.
Awful.
If not for me, do it for your country when he tries to rape her?
Yeah. I don't want to do it either, but we have to look natural, so let me fuck you in my creepy trailer.
Which was his house, right?
Yes!
That's clearly his house.
Where he lives!
God, when he was smiling like, this car was made for you.
Oh, boy.
Don't take me, take the hooker. No. Just straight cowardice. So why not?
Let me ask you a question.
When you ask why, I ask why not.
I'm going to ask you a question, okay?
Yeah.
Do you remember
No.
who we sent to the alien zoo?
Stallone?
No?
Willis?
No.
Arnold?
No.
Who?
We sent...
Van Damme?
No. We sent Busey
Oh, yeah.
in a diorama from Point Break where he sits in the car waiting for his meatball sandwiches to come back all day. That's who we sent to the alien zoo.
Oh my God! Yeah, we better stick with that. I want to keep this fucking Arnold around. He's a good time. Like when he fucking explains how he's gonna kill him, and then
That's great.
Does it?
That's great. So honestly, the best stuff in this movie. So
and then the terrorist medic's face. Oh
yes, and he even makes a noise like oh
yeah.
No, but the best parts of this movie are the action stuff. Like, it's the action scenes. It's the big chases, the horse and the motorcycle in the elevator, like all that crazy
Tom Arnold
shit.
checking his dick when
Tom
he hid
Arnold
behind a light
sucks.
when he hid behind a light post, as if that was protecting him. He checked
That
his
fat
wiener.
man hid behind the light post,
Like a-
the thin
like a-
light post,
like a
like a
cartoon
fucking
might.
Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like, no, but that's the thing is like Arnold doing action stuff works. What doesn't work in this movie is it
All
does not
of the
understand.
rest.
It does not understand the tone. It's like.
I think
Big action movie,
it
big
did
action movie.
perfectly.
45 minutes of him being insane about his wife cheating on him, maybe. Like, that part is like, this works so little, and it's so bad.
No, not at all. Because even though he's so strong and he's so dominant and he speaks all these languages and has all this information about art, and he's so brilliant, smart, and can dance and charm women, he's still vulnerable. We see multiple sides that, oh my God, this big strong man, we still care. We're like, oh my God, is he okay?
So next week, or not next week, that's later.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Okay.
So
Ass like a 10-year-old boy.
yes,
What the
yes,
fuck?
yes.
Jesus.
So
That's what I mean by he's sexual.
When I was a kid-
Well, goddamn.
no, hang on. That's the thing. Every movie we've done so far that has Bill Paxton in it, you have like glued this pervert vibe onto him. And watching this movie, I'm like, oh, that's it. I get it now. I get it. I'm with you. He's a horny weirdo pervert. I get it now. You're right. But until you see this performance, you're just like, yeah, he's just a guy. I don't know.
The thing, I'll be serious in a minute. I think that this has carried on because this is the first time I ever saw Bill Paxton.
It tainted him for you.
Even before Twister,
Yeah.
this is how I knew him. So I think it did
As this
lead.
rapist?
I think it did leech on. So every time I'd see him do something, I'm like, yeah, he's that fucking rapist.
Sleazy horn dog.
Yeah. So I will say no, that is accurate.
So, okay. When I was a kid, my grandma would make these cookies that like had like cream cheese. It like blended up, and it was like part of the cookies. But somehow she always managed to like not blend it up right, and there would be like a big chunk of cream cheese in the middle of one of these cookies.
Are you saying that Arnold is the
And it was
cream cheese?
disgusting, and I hated it, and that's what this movie is. It's a cookie that if it all blended together well, if it was all done right, it could be really good. But there's a big hunk of cream cheese in the middle
Arnold?
of a cookie.
Is that Arnold?
No, it's that 45 minutes in the middle with the cheating wife.
Hang on.
It's that whole plot.
Hang on. So so the terrorists are being bad in the skyscraper. And all of a sudden,
They're so naughty. They've been a bad girl.
terrorist. All of a sudden, the jet comes up, and you're like, "Oh, there's trouble."
Sick.
Then he mows down a whole floor, and kind of in
And he has no idea if his daughter is in there or not.
I know. That's what I'm getting at. He annihilates all of them. They're all dead. I just kind of go, "Huh." He probably couldn't see much in that level. Also, normally with levels, there's like other parts, like the other side of the hallway is a different business.
Yep.
Like.
Is this an abandoned building? Didn't look like it.
Yeah, but she might be
in
dead.
the heart of Miami, I guess.
Yeah, she really took to her dad flying that plane fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck your problem is today, but this is great.
My problem is I had to watch this movie.
No,
and it sucked.
No. I'm just looking at my notes.
But what's
at the
interesting?
end? Boris and Doris, man, come
Boris
on.
and Doris.
That's a sequel if I've ever heard one.
You just like that because of Jack and Zach.
I'm Jack.
So,
You're Zach. Boris. Why did he have to change his name?
It was just a code name.
Oh, it couldn't be Harry and Doris?
No, it's from earlier. It was a joke. It's a callback.
Is he? When did they call him Boris?
They don't. Well, they do because he says it. He has him say it on the phone.
That he's Boris?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's why I like this movie, because there's like little Easter
sucks.
eggs in there
that
you don't catch.
Here's
and
the
then,
thing.
like, that's the first time I've seen this movie hundreds of times.
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
And I just now caught the Boris thing.
You didn't catch it.
Every time you watch,
I caught it.
every time you watch this movie, it's something different.
So here's the thing: when we did our Arnold Schwarzenegger episode, when we were deciding like what movie to watch, it came down to Last Action Hero or True Lies.
Yeah.
The movie you should have put up on your side, and we would have done, is Total Recall.
Yeah.
You were talking about how great Total Recall is, and then you pushed for True Lies.
Why didn't? No, I still go with True Lies all the way.
Dude, Total Recall's a good
Why didn't
movie.
we go Total Recall?
Because you wanted True Lies on your side of the coin, and I put Last Action Hero on my side of the coin because I think it's an interesting
No,
movie.
I still go with this one.
This movie sucks.
I go with this one over anything.
Over T2 Judgment Day?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Over Around the World in 80 Days? That was a cameo that Schwarzenegger did as his first movie when he left office as governor.
Did he play the balloon? Was it just in his head?
He was a spy and no one knew.
I love that he's the walking billboard when he comes in, because you're like, yeah, of course. No one who was a spy would ever do
It's
that.
like Dwayne Johnson. Like, that guy walks into a room and you're like, oh, fuck, that big bald guy.
No, he doesn't have an accent.
It doesn't. He's huge and is covered in tattoos and
thing.
bald.
That's the
People
thing.
notice him.
That's the thing. But he doesn't have a crazy accent.
No, but that
It's not the same.
that was the icing on
Not the
top.
same.
It's that crazy accent, and he's speaking in all these languages, but it's all in an Austrian accent. Oh,
Well, they were in
man.
Switzerland. That's right by Austria.
Oh, yeah.
Same. Same Z's.
Same Z's.
No.
Continue.
You wanted to focus on the zoo thing. I wanted to focus on, hey, where does this, if we had to shoehorn this into one of our seasons, what could this possibly fall into? And I got two for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'll let you
I'm
pick.
interested.
Okay, so the first one, just because there is one, we
Time limit.
have to say, no, body swap. Because he's got two lives. So
Okay.
he's swapping bodies back and forth.
And Two Lives sort of sounds like you're saying True Lies. Oh,
So there's body swap, and then also there's we didn't really have a title for it, but I guess it was Point Break, the heist, because there's kind of a heist at some point. Now this movie doesn't fit into anything we've done. Just so I think body swap is kind of where I'm leaning.
we do a lot of bad movies. It fits into that.
So you get body swap or you get heist. What do you think?
Oh
'Cause-
man,
'cause
it's
he's-
tough. Like, It does.
I think because he's a big billboard trying to be a spy, that's what you focus on.
Because they're terrorists, I feel like it kind of fits into the Point Break remake.
Yeah.
Like, it fits that mold, kind of, but it's also a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon, like we said. Like, it really is. Like, I also listened to our Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Keep calling it a Bugs Bunny.
I also listened to our Arnold Schwarzenegger episode where we talked about Last Action Hero, and you commented that it was like a more serious Jingle All the Way. And when I heard you say that, I was like, that fits True Lies so perfectly. It's so zany, and he's running all over. He might as well be trying to get a fucking Turbo Man doll for his son. Like, Tom Arnold might as well be Sinbad. Like, it's so Jingle All the Way. God, what a bad movie this is.
And they're always eating dinner while the wife is lying about what she was really doing. Yeah. And the way he stole her purse. Did you see that? He walks in, asks about her day. She's on the exercise. He holds up a cardigan in the air to analyze it because he's a robot. Yeah. Drops it on the purse and then bundles it out in his arms. Very noticeable.
Then throws it out a window in the rain to Tom Arnold.
Why would he hold up a cardigan to go, will I wear this tomorrow? Guess so.
Better take it in the bathroom with me. This is my shit cardigan. I wear it when I shit.
He wanted to make sure it was nice and clean, because after he got out of the bathroom, if there was any specks, he'd know it was fresh and new.
Yep. Specks. Ugh.
Yeah.
You're a gross person.
Yeah, he put on glasses to make.
I hated this movie, but I'm really glad we did this special emergency bonus episode because True Lies is now available on Hulu.
I love that we got 3 episodes in and decided, fuck this season, we're going to go
Well, no, it just came on. Like, I just saw that
I'm going to go see if something else is on that we haven't seen in a while. Like, maybe The Crow's on there. We can watch The Crow.
Oh, The Crow's badass.
I haven't seen it in so long.
I'd watch the shit out of The Crow.
All right. Do you want to do, like, some kind of Crow True Lies?
Maybe we'll do a Crow bonus episode around Halloween, just for fun. We'll talk about The Crow.
I don't know. I still think we do Crow v. True Lies.
Dawn of Justice? Let's do the Crow Snyder cut.
Who would win? All right.
Whoever wins, we lose.
He gets Tom Arnold, though. Like, they come as a package.
He gets to fuck him? All right.
No. The Crow gets Tom Arnold. He's weakened because Tom Arnold's with the Crow.
Yeah. That is a hindrance.
He can't be stealthy anymore.
No, he hides behind that light pole. It's like Bugs Bunny. Fuck.
Thanks for tuning in.
Well, we did it. So, this was a fun little divergence, and I enjoyed it. And I think next week we need to get back to our season.
What are we doing?
We're going to do a movie called Summer 84. That's what we're going to do.
I don't know anything about it.
It takes place in summer, and I believe the year is 1884.
Oh.
No, 2084.
Oh.
No, 1984.
Future.
1984. The year of my birth. But I wasn't born yet. In the summer.
Are you going to rip, rappity up?
Yeah, I am going to rip, rappity up. That's what I'm going to do. Boy. Sometimes you just got to take a big sigh right before you start doing your wrap up. Well, thanks for listening this week. Tell all your friends about us, and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what we do, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us online at KeystoneCopycats.com. We're at Keystone Copycats on Instagram and Twitter, and on follow us wherever. I don't give a fuck. You got something to say, you can email us at KeystoneCopycats@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 513-239-7682. Check out Sinclarity Dinosaur's Tale on Fridays. And until next time, I'm going to be Zach, and he's going to be Please. And we are not a Bugs Bunny podcast.
What?